There's deleted. Don't know what to delete. I'm doing pretty good myself. How are you as well? I'm pretty excited for this match. This is the first match of the night, and I'm pretty sure the viewers are excited as well to see what's gonna cook up. True. Yeah, I mean, generally we haven't seen Charizard in the battlefield for quite some time, so it's actually quite refreshing to see him back here. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess he went Ultimate Fighter. I guess he went for his comfortable pick, which may be Charizard, right? Or that may be his favorite Pokemon for People people barely follow meta and then they choose those Pokemon which they're comfortable with, or like if it's one of their favorite and they just want to do this for one or two matches. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, and as you can see, there's like six Pokemon battling it out in the both lane. That was a beautiful ultimate coming out from the show from now, and he's gonna go back and there's So what do you think about this match? Like, who do you think is gonna come out on top looking at the Pokemon picks coming out from both the teams?
So far, I think Alpha Q definitely, in terms of the meta, have a better overall team comp, and they have the right balance. Slowbro very much in the meta, काफी अच्छा tank है. Eldegoss, the right support, I think, with this build, with this sort of meta build, gives them the movement speed bonus that they need, and the shield, right? Because उनकी team उतनी tanky तो नहीं है. Pikachu low HP, Cinderace low HP, so definitely much needed Eldegoss.
Yeah.
And Eldegoss तो काफी situational है.
Yeah, and if you look at the both lane, there's going to be a huge insane team fight coming out right now. And I feel like Alpha Q is going to come out on top.
जी हाँ बिल्कुल. अब बॉट लेन में हम देख सकते हैं कि बॉट लेन में यहाँ पे फाइट चल रहा है और अब लोटॉम की तरफ दोनों टीम रोटेट कर रहे हैं.
Oh, that was really beautiful coming out from Miriam on the Pikachu. And I believe, I guess from a sleeper of this was able to run away and they are able to score. And at the moment you can see that Alpha Q has scored 24 points, whereas the other team on the orange side has scored 0. So do you think this is like this is like a drafting difference, or is it like individual play difference? What do you think?
I think a little bit of a combination of both, but right now not much difference in the team, in the I would say fights. In fact, Labyrinth Alpha taking that early lead, they've got the Rotom in. So definitely putting Alpha Q under a lot of pressure here. So contrary to what we believe, I think Labyrinth Alpha काफी अच्छे खेल रहे हैं यहाँ पे. Alpha Q को उन्होंने पहले 5 मिनट में काफी प्रेशर में डाल रखा है. और यहाँ पे ऑडिनियो लेते हुए लुकारियो Theos. So Kuma, I'm not sure if you know, Theos is Ash from AoE.
Yep.
Right. So यहाँ पे काफी Exmo players हैं.
Yeah, and then moreover they were the first winners, right, of Pokemon Unite. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alpha Q.
Yes, they won the first two tournaments. They hosted AIC and AES, which was the AOS India Championship and AOS Evolution Series. तो डेफिनेटली काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम है इनकी और काफी पॉपुलर। इनफैक्ट अभी लास्ट मंथ भी एक टूर्नामेंट हुआ था, उसमें भी ये सेकंड आए थे, तो डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ द टॉप फेवरेट फॉर विनिंग।
I guess they're one of the favorites coming into the tournament since, people are
Absolutely.
that's a huge point by coming out with them before.
एंड यहाँ पे यूनाइट बीइंग फॉर थ्रेडनॉल लेने की कोशिश, दोनों ही टीम तरफ से लुकारी ने सिंडिकेट को नॉकआउट कर दिया है, पिकाचू ने यहाँ पे चार्जर को नॉकआउट कर दिया है, मुसीबत में तीओस, यहाँ पे तीओस शायद नॉकआउट हो जाएंगे, बच निकलते हैं 0 HP पे लगभग पिकाचू को नॉकआउट कर देते हैं, स्टिल गोइंग टू ट्राई एंड स्कोर तीओस यहाँ पे। मीनवाइल अपोजिंग लुकारियो ने पिकाचू को नॉकआउट कर दिया, आई थिंक शायद थ्रेडनॉल यहाँ पे टीम लैब्रिंथ आपको मिलेगा, अभी भी तीओस चेस किया जा रहा है एल्डिवॉस द्वारा और फाइनली नॉकआउट कर देते हैं एल्डिवॉस। बढ़िया किकर प्रदर्शन यहाँ पे।
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that fight, I thought like Alpha Q was gonna come out on top, but Team Labyrinth has turned things around and look like they're in control. But then the Lucario has overstepped a bit and he will be forced to go back to base. And he's gonna come back, but then I feel like Alpha Q is gonna score an easy point, and yes, they did.
राइट, एब्सोल्युटली और अभी बराबरी में अभी ऑलमोस्ट 7 मिनट्स इनटू द गेम, नॉट मच डिफरेंस। तो लैब्रिंथ अल्फा एक ऐसी टीम है जिसके में हमने ज्यादा सुना नहीं है, बट आई थिंक दे आर होल्डिंग अप देयर ओन वेरी वेल अगेंस्ट अल्फा क्यू एंड लुकिंग क्वाइट स्ट्रांग आई मस्ट से। और ये चार्जर का बेहतरीन यूनाइट यहाँ पे लुकारियो पे बच निकलते हैं, अच्छा कोशिश यहाँ पे रोटम पुश करने का और काफी दबाव बनाने का चार्जर ने, बढ़िया एओई डैमेज अपनी यूनाइट का पूरा फायदा उठाते हुए 40 पॉइंट में लुकारियो ने स्कोर करके बॉट लेनी, तो दोनों लेने प्रेशर बना के रखे हैं अभी टीम लैब्रिंथ अल्फा।
Yeah, Team Labyrinth looks like they have the game under the control right now because it's now down to 92 points for 188, and that's a huge point that Alpha Q has to cover. Like they need to score.
Absolutely, almost half पे हैं।
Yeah, or else things are looking very dire for Team Alpha.
Absolutely.
And it's Puro on that weekly buff. He is doing a lot of work. He has scored 62 points for the team. In reality, I thought it was the Chargers who would be scoring more of the points, but it looks like it's Puro on that weekly buff is doing so much, and there's been a team fight evolving right now.
Yep, and we see them going into the Zapdos fight. Almost 30 seconds left for that Zapdos. यहाँ पे Alpha Q finally trying to hold their own, but अभी 30 सेकंड में पता चल रहा है। And you know, Kuma, interestingly, what I've noticed in this particular tournament, Alpha Q has been very conscious around that Zapdos and very focused on that Zapdos fight.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean like generally, if you take the Zapdos, then it's like like it makes the game easier for them to close it out, and like that's the most important objective in the game right now. So it makes a lot of sense that they're gonna do it, and they won the team fight, and right now all 5 of them are queuing up for the Zapdos.
Yep. Let's see. And Zapdos की फाइट शुरू की गई, यूनाइट टीम फ्रॉम बोथ टीम, चार्जर का यूनाइट यहाँ पे, चार्जर काफी बढ़िया डैमेज, थियोस मुसीबत में, थियोस नॉकड आउट, मेरुवम मुसीबत में, मेरुवम नॉकड आउट, चार्जर विद अ डबल केओ एंड लोब्रो इन ट्रबल, टीम अल्फा बिग ट्रबल हियर, 4 men down.
Yeah, they're 4 men down, and this will be an easy Zapdos for Team Labyrinth, and looks like this is game.
Indeed, देखते हैं यहाँ पे टीम अल्फा क्यू काफी ज्यादा मुसीबत में दिख रहे हैं प्रेशर, और ये ले लिया है यहाँ पे टीम लैब्रिंथ अल्फा ने पहले गेम में ज़ैप्डोस, काफी पॉइंट स्कोर करने वाले हैं यहाँ पे। चालू किया हमें अल्फा की रोकने की पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, 4 लोगों ने मिलकर लुकाने का चटनी बना दिया, बट व्हाट अ गोल की गोल पूरे स्टेडियम में। तुमा क्या बोलते हैं?
I mean, like things were looking really bad. I mean, Team Labyrinth is playing well. And like I said, even though Charizard is not in meta right now, right?
Yep.
Ultimate Fighter, this might be his favorite, or he has played this champion a lot, so he knows what he can do, right?
Yes.
But for me, the main highlight of this match right now is he's done so much, he has scored so many goals, and he has done a lot in this game, and even the rotations were all over. And I guess this is the game. So that's like 324 to 642, and we're going to take a couple blocks of waiting. Alpha Q can come back this game.
Yes, indeed. Alpha Q desperately trying to score some points here, but team, I think Labyrinth Alpha not ready to concede even 1 point without a fight.
5, 4, 3, 2,
and with that, पहला गेम हमें दिखता है कि अल्फा क्यू जीते हुए, एंड सॉरी लैब्रिंथ अल्फा जीतते हुए एंड
Sorry.
काफी अच्छे मार्जिन से जीतते हुए
Yeah.
अल्फा क्यू डेफिनेटली विल बी प्रेशर इन आफ्टर दिस मैच व्हाट डू यू थिंक कुमार
Yep. I mean, they have a lot of homework to do right now because even like they got out
You
rotated and even
lose.
on team fights, like they were always outnumbered by one or two. And
राइट
then like if you look at from the orange side of the team, then whenever they're about to have a team fight, their focus was solely on one or two of them, and it wasn't spread out. And they did a really insane job on controlling the entire map, controlling the entire
yep
jungle, and especially on that Zapdos fight, there was a beautiful ultimate coming out from Ultimate Fighter, the Unite, the seismic toss was applied, and then he ended up getting a double kill. But for me, the Minnesota match.
right absolutely absolutely and with that I think let's jump right into the next match without wasting much time. I think both these teams will be very excited to get into this match. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back with the next match very soon.
Yo, Piyush,
Yeah.
are we
Are we off
recording?
audio? Audio off? And guys, we're back with game 2 of Alpha Q versus Labyrinth Alpha. On the left side, we have Labyrinth Alpha who have won the first game in a very exciting Charizard pick. Kuma, क्या कहना है आपका इस बारे में? और मेरे को इस बार Charizard देते
Yeah.
हुए.
Like, see, this is the thing, right? Like, they're like, okay, last match, I saw you how you use the Charizard, right? So even me, I'm gonna use
Right.
it. And Ultimate Fighter is gonna respond with this insane
Gardevoir.
pick.
Yes, Gardevoir, very interesting. So I think Gardevoir is something that is definitely in meta. And had so Kuma, I don't know if you know, but Gardevoir को काफी buff किया गया recent patches में, and it has become crazy strong. तो बहुत interesting होने वाला ये matchup. I think the roles have been reversed and Volk on that Venusaur. So yes, Pikachu again. So Alpha Q here going for the not so in meta picks, or I would say a different meta, and it'll be very interesting to see कि क्या कर पाते हो यहाँ पे.
Yep. Or maybe most probably they're creating their own meta, maybe, or they're going for their comfort picks, Because
बिल्कुल.
but then if you look at but then we can see on the not much has been changed on the side of Team Labyrinth except for the Charizard. I mean, Ginevra on Ultimate Fighter. Except that's the only changes that we can see in this match. So what are you expecting from this match? Like, who do you think has a better teamfight potential, and who do you think can control the jungle?
See, to be very honest, while I would have wanted Labyrinth Alpha to definitely have a defender, but in the last game they had proven they didn't need a defender because Charizard उनका jungle था. Charizard is still a decently tanky Pokemon. But if you look at Gardevoir, it is a very, paper Pokemon. Right?
And she doesn't have that much of sustenance unless the liver for all those cubs and house,
Exactly.
But if you look at Team Alpha Q right now, they have a Blissey, they have a Venusaur, and they have Slowbro.
Right. And देखते हैं यहाँ पे, fight of course Lucario will do Lucario thing. Gardevoir is jungle for Labyrinth Alpha. Charmander is expected for Team Alpha Q.
I'm actually
Both
surprised
Alphas in the same game.
Yeah, they decided to send Theos on a solo bag.
Yup.
Because no, but then this has been evenly played out because as you can see on the list, there's like 3-1-3 going on right now.
Right. No, so 3-1-3 meta, I think. Sorry, 3-1-1 meta is definitely something that we've seen as a standard from both these teams and in this tournament and in general. You'll find 3-1-1 is more in meta than the 2-1-2 strategy.
Yeah, true.
So let's see.
What do you think about it? Like how effective it is? Like, do you prefer the 2-1-2 formation or the 1-1-3 formation?
So I think it would really depend with the sort of picks that you go with. I mean, if you're going for, let's say, a defender, a supporter, and 2 attackers in a speedster, then you would want to go for the 2-1-2 meta. Whereas if you have all-rounders, more all-rounders in play and less defender dependent, then the 3-1-1 meta makes more sense. और यहाँ पे फाइट छिड़ते हुए जिंगलीपफ स्लोवर थोड़े मुसीबत में चौक में यहाँ पे नॉकआउट होंगे इन दिनों उस द्वारा और पूर्व भी शायद यहाँ पे 0 HP में बच निकलेंगे.
Oh, that was a beautiful play from Rafa. I thought he was not going to survive that round.
Indeed.
Somehow he clutched it. Yeah, and then he's a player to watch out for as well. In the previous match, he showed like what he can do, and they should be aware of it.
Yes. And I must say, I think Labyrinth Alpha यहाँ पे काफी strongly, I would say, Alpha Q को pressurize कर रहे हैं and score करने की भी कोशिश यहाँ पे असफल. But meanwhile, Theos ने top lane में 30 points score कर दिया Alpha Q की तरफ से.
Yeah, I mean, like if you notice in the previous match also, like Theos, if he gets the opportunity, then he always scores. Like he doesn't wait for to collect all the balls and like whatever he has. If he sees an opening chance, and he just goes to score. But then even in the beginning, in the previous round as well, Alpha was leading, but then because of team fights, like Labyrinth were able to turn the game around. So let's see what will happen in this match as well.
Right. Absolutely. Very interesting to see. And यहाँ पे देखते हैं क्या कर पाते हैं ये लोग. क्या bees spawn हो चुके हैं. So the 720 bees have spawned. And यहाँ पे तो I think bees majority मिले हैं team Labyrinth Alpha को. Meanwhile top lane में दोनों junglers और Lucario भी लड़ रहे हैं और यहाँ पे Dreadnought और Rotom दोनों spawn होने वाले in about 5 seconds. And यहाँ पे देखते हैं क्या कर पाते हैं ये लोग. क्या bees spawn हो चुके हैं. So the 720 bees have spawned. And यहाँ पे तो I think bees majority मिले हैं team Labyrinth Alpha को. Meanwhile top lane में दोनों junglers और Lucario भी लड़ रहे हैं और यहाँ पे Dreadnought और Rotom दोनों spawn होने वाले in about 5 seconds.
And Volk might be in a bit of trouble out here. Puru is about to chase both teams and this thing, but then Slowbro comes in, Shock Meow comes in to the rescue, and because of that they're able to walk away. So till now we're 16 into the game, until now it's 0-44. Then they're
Yes, 0
slowly. Yeah, and both things are taking it slowly, so let's see what happens. Because I honestly think there's going to be a team within the next 1 minute.
Yes. No, I think Dreadnought पे fight तो definitely आएगा, but both the teams cautious. यहाँ पे team Labyrinth Alpha ने पहले shot start कर दिया Dreadnought. Alpha will probably try to steal. They come in. Venusaur charges in. Lucario charges in, and Venusaur Ivy Force steals it for Team Alpha Q. Lucario getting the knockout on that. On its Theo's getting a double KO यहाँ पे. Team Alpha Q looking very, very strong into that fight.
Yeah, like compared to the previous match, they're really dominating, and that was actually a good choice of like how to pick out the team fights. Like in Theos was able to execute well on the Lucario, and because of that, they were able to come on top, and with that, they were able to just wipe it. Or maybe it's just a Charizard power thingy, you know? Like 2x Charizard boost again.
Well, यहाँ पे Rotom fight शुरू हो चुका है meanwhile, और Rotom fight में Rotom ले लिया फिर से Alpha Q में. So Alpha Q now just getting everything. They're going all ham on, I think, Team Labyrinth Alpha here, and really putting them under a lot of pressure. 5 minutes, 0 points scored from Labyrinth Alpha.
Yep. And as you can see also the level difference in both the teams. Lucario is up by 11. Theos on the Lucario has 11. He's on level 11, and Kotak is on level 9. Yeah, they're still on level 9. So they have a lot of things to do, because I don't think they'll be able to take any more team fights, because with the evolution coming out from Venusaur and Charizard as well.
Pikachu Death Rider मुसीबत में नॉकआउट होंगे यहाँ पे Theos द्वारा. पूरू भी मुसीबत में. स्टिंग का इस्तेमाल Theos अभी भी चेस करते हुए यहाँ पे, और ये स्लो स्मो का अच्छा इस्तेमाल गर्ज द्वारा, और बस निकलते हैं यहाँ पे. ड्रेडनॉट स्पॉन होने वाले फिर से 24 सेकेंड में. दोनों टीम तैयारी करेंगे ड्रेडनॉट लेने की. So you know Kumar, Dreadnought का buff has been nerfed. After the buff you get after this defeating Dreadnought, in spite of that, I have seen in this tournament so far all the teams prioritize Dreadnought over Rotom, which is interesting to see. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean generally.
Sorry, Dreadnought buff has been buffed, and Rotom has been buffed.
Yeah, but then at the end of this, what you prefer, right? And
right.
I'm not sure which region started this trend, but it's even it's getting adapted into the Indian series as well.
Yes.
Hope to see that.
I think in the Indian region, we are seeing a mix of metas from I think Japan, some of the South Asian regions as well. I mean, the Slowbro meta is definitely a Japanese meta. A lot of people have talked about it.
True.
Right. So let's see.
Yeah. I mean, even meta, some teams find it hard to execute. Like, they need the right composition to, for them to implement Slowbro. And
right.
As we can see, it's just going to run, and this might get incorporated here or no.
Yep. देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या होता है.
Okay, so there's only 2 minutes left, and at the moment Alpha Q is leading, but and even right now they're slowly catching up to the level. So next fight is going to be an explosive team fight coming out of both the teams, and Bob, he's going to be caught off, and he's able to figure away, and he has the moves.
यहाँ पे देखते हैं रोटोम तो रोक दिया इन्होंने, बट एंड इनफैक्ट अच्छा खासा पॉइंट भी कैचअप कर लिया, रिकवर कर लिया यहाँ पे टीम लैबरेंथ अल्फा ने. व्हाट डू यू थिंक कुमार? Do you think Alpha Q is going to be under a bit of pressure going into the darkest fight? Level gap भी cover कर लिया इन्होंने. Now it was a 2 level difference between Gurj and Theos. अब सिर्फ 1 level का फर्क हो गया. In fact वो भी नहीं रहा.
I mean, right now it all depends on who they're going to pick out first. But then if you look at the team fight potential, then Alpha Q has better team fight potential. But then even from the previous match, like Labyrinth just turned the game around in the Zapdos fight. So let's see what's gonna happen. Zapdos is gonna spawn in 3, 2, 1. This is gonna be the final stretch of the match. So let's see who takes the first trigger.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And while we do that, I would definitely like to thank everyone for tuning in. We've got 15 viewers, so guys, thank you so much all for tuning in. And you're watching live shots, which is esports for a cause. So देखते हैं यहाँ पे live shot कौन सी team देती है Zapdos लेके. Can Alpha Q defeat the Zapdos and make a comeback, or will Labyrinth Alpha take it home 2-0? तुम आपको क्या लगता है?
I really can't say at the moment. Oh, there was a beautiful that you added for Miriam's problem.
Right. And यहाँ पे Alpha Q taking that knockout. Elder goes down. Charizard down for Team Alpha Q. Musibat may definitely have a Gardevoir trying to do something, but they've gotten 3 knockouts. So Alpha Q looking strong, going into the Zapdos fight. They're happy to defend. They don't want to take any chances. क्या लगता है
Yeah,
कुमार?
and then if you look at the dead timer, like even Charizard is going to be up, and Lucario he has like 8-7 seconds. So and on the
But
other
meanwhile,
side,
Theos has been
TS,
knocked out. Theos has been
yeah,
knocked out. So
yeah,
Team
but then
Lab
he
Alpha Q
joined the
down
team
now.
fight instantly, and yeah, there's going to be an explosive fight.
Indeed, यहाँ पे देखते हैं क्या होता है.
So Lucario is also
Uh,
up, and he's going to be joining in for the team fight, and we have only 24 seconds left on the clock, so Lady Ben should force up. Okay, so they're leading right now this
Labyrinth
I
have
can see he scored.
taken that lead. 40 points. Oh my god. This is gonna be what? This Alpha Q definitely in trouble here.
3,
Why do I get a feeling they will lose their own score something very soon?
time's up.
Oh my god. Oh, 40 points of Theos in the end, I think will take it away for Alpha Q. That is going to be very, very, very close. क्या लगता है कुमार?
Yeah, even me, I'm
Oh
not so
my
sure like
god.
who won. That was
10
very,
points.
very close.
10 points. That
You
last second
lose.
score from Theos saved the game for them for sure.
Yeah, and it was not just Theos, but Imps on that
Yeah.
Chansey as well.
Right. The
I
Blissey as
mean,
well. Correct.
yeah, on the BC as well. Like both of them scored at the very last minute.
Last second. Yes.
Holy crap! That was like a very intense match because you know its Purura has been showing like
Mm-hmm.
the sudden score. Like even they got Alpha Q off guard. Like even I was checking
Yes,
the
yes,
score and I
yes,
was like,
yes.
okay, they're gonna win it. But then it's Purura. He scored 80
I
points,
know,
and
right? I
later
know,
it was followed
right?
up by Teos and Imps.
In those last few seconds, so much happened. We thought Labyrinth Alpha almost took it away. I mean, I haven't seen any team beating Alpha Q 2-0, and this would have been a first for sure.
Yeah, and then like everybody's expecting big things from Alpha Q, and that's what we got. Like it was a teeth
Mhm.
wrenching moment. Like
A
when they're gonna be
very
able to
last minute
score.
clutch, a very last minute clutch there, definitely from it's sorry Theos and Imps. But yes, Charizard Meruem not able to do much in this game. What do you have to say about that? He got 0 points. In fact, Meruem shocked me both.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Miriam not scoring like he was just clearing up the jungle, giving the battle points to other like in Teos and Imps like they did what they had to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so
And so, without further ado, we'll get right into the next match, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Game 3 of Alpha Q versus Labyrinth Alpha. 1-1 is the score. Very exciting third match. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. All right, we're back with game three. So, Kuma, very interesting. I think Theos is the only one who's played Blastoise as an all-rounder in this tournament so far. We saw him
Yeah,
playing that yesterday. So,
and
again,
then
that's
he's
another change here.
yep, and then he's able to execute it well. So I'm really excited to see Teos on that Blastoise, and even I would like to tell the crowd, the audience as well, like watch out for Teos on this Blastoise because generally people don't pick this, but he is extremely good with his heroes. I'm really excited to see. And as we can see, both Miriam and Ultimate Fighter has picked up the Charizard. So what do you think about that? Because
Mm,
it's generally not in meta right now, but Charizard has been getting picked very consistently.
well, yes, I mean, in this matchup for sure, I think we see Charizard all the time. And very interesting to see that Charizard, I'm very impressed, I must say.
Yep. And then like this match will all depend on the evolution timing, like how well they
Indeed.
are gonna be utilizing. Especially they have like Blastoise, Venusaur, Slowbro, Blissey, and Charizard on team for Q.
Right. And I
So
mean, Alpha Q, I would say, has a very, very tanky composition, wouldn't you say?
yeah, I mean
Ready?
they most probably have a gameplay up their list. So let's see. We're gonna have,
Hmm.
and I'm really surprised to see that we're going to game three. But this is gonna be really, really exciting. So let's see what happens.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, so like things are gonna start as it was. Miriam going into the jungle, and even for the fighter as well, and Theos, and it's gonna be Theos on the Squirtle versus the Lucario at the moment.
Yep, yep, yep. So Theos is going to play Blastoise as an all-rounder, as I said, I think. And that's what makes it very interesting. But I mean, it gives them that tankiness they need, along with making it very, very, I think, effective with with a decent bit of damage.
Yeah, plus they can sustain really, really well with.
Exactly,
They have a
exactly.
they have a DC and they have a slow focus, so it's gonna be really good. But let's look at Team Let It Build as well. And
Indeed.
the only player that we have to watch out for, like personally from me, I'm really poorly impressed, but it's Peru on that weekly path.
No, it's Puru, and I'm also
Like
looking out
even
for that Charizard. And while we talked about the others, the Pikachu from Team Labyrinth Alpha has consistently been dealing very heavy damage. And it's been like the invisible player who does a lot, which is not talked about. Beautiful use of slow smokes here. And with that, again, Puru gets the first goal in for Team Labyrinth Alpha. The learn point is knocked out, unfortunately.
yeah, I mean at the end of the day he did his job, right? He went, he scored, and
Absolutely.
I guess Team Alpha might be a little bit happy knowing that they were able to punish its Peru. But let's see what happens.
Indeed.
There's a fight coming out in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And Lucario, will
We
he be
can.
able to score? No, he just.
So it's I think interesting to see how this match plays out because typically with the Lucario versus Lucario, you see both of them allowing each other to score. But so far here, Blastoise has been both of them have been defending each other's scores. In the top lane.
I mean, like for Team Alpha Gear, their timer depends on the evolution as well.
Yes, 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 yes,
As you can see,
absolutely.
Miriam is already on level 7, so he's going to become a Charizard pretty soon. And also, we have to wait on Teos on the Water Turtle to become a Blastoise, and even on Venusaur, Slowbro, and the Blissey as well.
Blissey as well. And the interesting thing about Blissey is that he adds a lot of buffs to the team, increases the damage. So Blissey with the Venusaur, I want to see if Volk is going to play the Venusaur with the Solar Beam Snipe, or the Solar Beam Surge Bomb combination, or the Petal Dance and Giga Drain.
Yeah. I think most of he's gonna go for Giga. I don't think he's gonna go for the Solar Beam because like Volk has generally been the kind of a guy who always has his friends back. Right?
Right,
If it
but
was me, I would just
we,
obviously gonna go for Solar Beam and be like, तुम लोग match like जो मैं करने का मैंने I'll do it, because I'm not a team player like that.
we see that Dreadnought fight coming
There's
out
gonna be
here.
a
It's
huge
Puru
fight.
getting
Yeah.
out of there. And they get it. Puru steals it for Team Labyrinth. Puru is definitely got to be the MVP of this team. Charizard, meanwhile, knocking out Blastoise. Lucario getting slow bro. Alpha Team Labyrinth Alpha all over the place right now. Just scoring points, demolishing Alpha Q. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, overall in that team fight, like that was really good from Ultimate Fighter. Like
Labyrinth
compared
Alpha.
to, yeah, no, I mean Ultimate Fighter was
Oh, yes.
Charizard. Like,
Right.
yeah, he getting the transformation in the nick of time was really helpful. Like
Right.
Miriam, like he was in his chameleon form in the games, right? Only right now he turned into Charizard, and
Right.
there's an explosive fight coming out in the bottom and the top side.
And I would definitely say Alpha Q is going into the fight at a disadvantage because Team Labyrinth Alpha had that Dreadnought buff and they've gone for the Rotom, trying to prioritize it. But Alpha Q seen it in the nick of time here. Venusaur meanwhile, Ivysaur knocks out Lucario and Charizard knocks out Charizard. Merwolf knocks out Ultimate Fighter. Venusaur going ham here. Alpha Q going on and on, just scoring. But still, there's counter scores from Labyrinth Alpha and they still maintain that lead.
Yeah. I mean, like, there was actually a beautiful play coming out from that rider on that Pikachu because he was alone in the ball lane. He was able to score 40 points for free. Because, like,
Yes.
Team Alpha has invested everybody on the top lane and they already got a free land and he was able to score 40 points. So, it might, come and, they might get punished for that.
See, personally, I'm sort of, I've always been against other players अगर देख लेंगे you're leaving one lane completely free for anyone to come and score. So I have always been, against that strategy. But I think most of the teams prefer going 5-man rotation. So typically, I guess that is what the preferred meta is, the preferred strategy is.
Yeah.
और यहाँ पे दूसरे ट्रेडनर का फाइट शुरू हो चुका है यहाँ पे टीम लैब्रिंथ अल्फा ऑलरेडी ऑन इट एंड गेट इट टीम फॉर अल्फा फाइट एंड यूनाइट बीइंग पॉप्ड हियर फ्रॉम बोथ टीम्स ब्लैक का यूनाइट चार्जर का यूनाइट एंड पिकाचू इन ट्रबल हियर बैक्स आउट अल्टीमेट फाइटर इन ट्रबल टेकिंग द एंगेज हेड ऑन लुकायो टू बैक हिम अप पिकाचू crazy both teams going ham here and finally ultimate fighter knocks out Merwolf. Meanwhile, Wolf knocks out its Puru.
So, I mean, there was actually a really good trade coming out from Team Alpha. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, them losing only Mariam, like, it won't hurt them much.
No, I think, let's see. Theos is loaded with 40 points. He would look to score. Rotom spawning now. यहाँ पे Rotom spawn हो रहा है. देखते हैं कौन सी टीम ले पाती है. Second Rotom. Meron still a little behind, I think, in that rotation. And this time, Wolf doing the smart thing. You can see he's holding the lane and not rotating all 5-man. But Labyrinth Alpha managed to get the Rotom anyways. And see, as you can see now, Wolf has an open chance to score 40 points, right? But he's, I don't know, not pushing for some reason. And as a result, Labyrinth Alpha will get that, goal of the additional 100-point lead here. Finally, Wolf going to score 43 points, and he will get.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there was a little bit of miscommunication coming out from Team Q because, like, both hit the stall up because even he was going to be led for a team fight. And there was a little bit of overthinking coming out for Puru and then he instantly
Pays the price. Yes.
Yeah,
Evaporated by the
result. As you can see, he's loaded with 40 points. He has 40 points and even Charizard has 45. So, like, if Team Alpha Q is able to score, then they'll be getting a lot of points coming in from this.
Yup. Meron and Ames is also loaded. Yeah.
Yeah, and even the Ultimate Fighter also, he has like 50 points already loaded. So, this Dreadnought team fight is gonna decide the game for both this team.
And with that, Labyrinth Alpha gets like, third Dreadnought as well. So definitely they will get that level advantage, and you can see that level advantage clearly. Globro is at 9 level while the supporters from Team Labyrinth Alpha are 11 level each. And I would definitely
the Zapdos, the Zapdos has respawned, and all of them are going to recall back to this. And as you can see, Hades and Devader is just hiding, and watch out for this Pikachu because this Pikachu is just on the backline and he's dealing so much amount of damage. Like he's not getting touched at all.
Crazy tons of
damage. And then we're into the final stretch of the match, and let's see what happens.
Unite Team Pop Charizard takes out its Puru, so they're targeting its Puru first. Unite Team Pop Lucario Kudgaj backing off from there. 2 takedowns from Team Alpha. They will look. Charizard Ultimate Fighter takes down Blissey here. And it's 3-on-4 right now for Alpha Labyrinth. Lucario joins the fight. Venusaur in a little bit of trouble. Takes out the slow bro. Theos Volt versus Hades. Volt takes out Hades. And Theos meanwhile getting a triple KO. It's Guru back in the fight now. He has respawned and has joined the party. Pikachu has respawned. So both these teams are just respawning and continuing the fight. This looks like a never-ending fight. Meanwhile, it's Guru finally taken out by that Charizard.
Yeah, and then keep a watch on the map as well, on the timer as well. They have 48 seconds now, like before the match ends, and I know even they know that like who's gonna be taking the Zapdos.
Oh my God! Maroon gets the Zapdos, but do they have enough time to score? And can they defend the team Labyrinth and Alpha? This is going to be very close. Blissey knocked out. They don't get a score. Alpha Q. Slowbro going for the 100-point score. Cheeky and smart. Labyrinth Alpha desperately need to score some points here.
Then we have only 20 seconds on the clock, and this is so deep ranging right now. Whoever scores this next one, they have only 30 seconds.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. 42 points. It's going to be very, very crazy and close.
Time's up.
Oh, Lady Brain comes out on top. They were not able to defend it and they were not able to score. So because of that, it costed them the game.
Yup, and I think
win.
Alpha Q. Oh, they finally win it. They take it home, and that all thanks to that shock me out, right? 182 points. Slowbro being the lifesaver here for Team Alpha Q. What do you think, Kuma?
Yeah, I mean, at one point I was like, why aren't they doing anything? Like, why aren't they going and scoring? But then I was so focused on the Charizard battle that was going on top lane. But then Shock Meow on that slow bro, he comes out clutching the game for Team Alpha Q. Like, that was actually a really good performance overall coming out from Lady Brink as well, especially Hades, Ultimate Fighter, and its Puro.
Yup.
That was
Indeed.
actually
So
a
with
pretty
that,
intense.
yes, pretty intense third match, and I think the first match of the day of round 3, and goes into a 3 ID matchup, a 3-man matchup. Just give me a moment, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to the next game very shortly. All right, guys, we're back with game two of today. Bichu Gang versus Instincts. On the left side, we have Bichu Gang. On the right side, Instinct. Kuma, what do you think about the picks so far?
I mean, right now, if you look at it compared to the previous match, we can see so many meta champions being popping up right now. And
Yep.
like, I honestly feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot of Vicario in this
So
matchup.
Lucario, yes, I think Phoenix and Levi both very strong Lucario players. We've seen them consistently playing Lucario in all our tournaments. But what I would like to bring to your attention is this Talon Flame versus Cinderace matchup. ये बहुत interesting होने वाला है because Rex is infamous for his Talon Flame, very very deadly,
Oh,
and of
nice.
course Cinderace is also going to be very interesting from Bichu Gang. So this is going to be the match to watch out for. Cursed on that Cinderace is going to be deadly. So I think it's more about that because बाकी सारे picks तो almost same है. Venusaur versus Pikachu. I would personally favor Pikachu in the current meta.
Yep. I mean, like later on the stages, like after all of his abilities get upgraded, like Pikachu, he can deal a lot of damage if positioned well, right?
Right. Plus he has that CC, right? He has that crazy CC with that net that he throws. So I think that is also a very good early advantage that Pikachu brings to the table, which
And
Venusaur unfortunately doesn't have.
And among both the games between Bichugang and Instincts, like who are the players that we should be looking forward to? Like,
So
who
I mean,
is the
it
star player?
बहुत मुश्किल है चुनना. These are very. I mean, I think in fact all the 15 teams Kumar that we have in the latest stage of the match are teams that are very neck and neck. And as we saw from last match, you can never definitely not predict. I mean, we were saying कि Labyrinth Alpha नई team है, but they gave Alpha Q a run for their money.
Yep.
So
Especially the first match. I mean, the second match and the third match, right? The next match. Like even till the last minute, we didn't know like he was going to lead.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm praying that like from both Chicken and Instincts will be seeing a lot of neck to neck plays and keep clenching moments. So let's see.
Yes. Let's see. यहाँ पे अभी तक तो 20 spawn होने वाले हैं 8:50 के. यहाँ पे crystal spawn होने वाले हैं. So that's what Shawnee is waiting for. Yes, he gets the 9 minute crystal, and then they will immediately go for the bees. Both the junglers have rotated to the top lane for the bees. As you can see, our top lane fight शुरू हो चुका है. Bot lane fight शुरू हो चुका है. यहाँ पे majority of bees going to Instincts here, from what I could see.
And DLS Levy on the Lucario, like he's popping up this match. He's not giving chance to the other team Lucario. Like
Yes.
I know for a fact that Phoenix is also really good Lucario there. Like at the moment, like Levy is outclassing him, outplaying. And
Indeed,
Levi might get punished for it.
While there's not too much of a difference between these two Lucario in terms of points, I think definitely, pressure it builds up over time, and that's where you start making mistakes. So definitely, I think Levi, Phoenix will need to pull up his stock.
And as you can see, like DLS Luffy has 15 intact, 15 points, 4 intact. Even Pikachu has 28, Trooper has 12. So like if any of this team gets the opportunity to score and abolish the other team, like just eliminate the other team, then there's will be a huge win for them. And they don't know that Curse was inside the bush, and there was really a good sneak attack coming in, but the Falcon, I mean,
indeed. And यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि Bees spawn होने वाले हैं, and I think Phoenix gets a lot of points in. We were just talking about Phoenix and he pulled up his top.
Right now, like I was saying, like if they like the first team who can score and who can eliminate the other team will be ahead, and that's what happened in the top lane. And I honestly feel like that was just a Talon diff coming out, right? Because Talon, like even though Curse was waiting in the bush for an ambush, like as soon as Talon showed up, like everything was in shambles.
Yes, and look at that Talon again that unites. Slowbro stealing that Dreadnought for team Bichu Gang here. And Levi getting the better of Phoenix there. Slowbro taking out Ivysaur, Rex taking out Cursed. So knockouts on both teams here.
Yeah, and then as you can see, Rex is playing this team fight so well. Like because of Rex, they were able to sustain, or else Blaze and Slowbro were gonna get punished, but because of Rex and his insane talent mechanics, like, they were able to come out.
Yes. Absolutely. A talent looking very strong. I mean, Rex, as I said, is definitely a talent player you want to watch out for. I have personally played with him and against him. And I don't like the against part, to be honest.
Yeah, like generally you get Rex somehow. Okay, so the Rotom... Yeah,
being taken by team
come out on top. Yeah.
Instincts have gotten the Rotom and definitely will that will give them an edge here. They've gotten so both teams have got one objective each. Let's see what they can make of it. Shawnigal escaping with 0 HP. The Pikachu in the chase. Scepter trying to knock him out. Just makes it alive out here, Pikachu. Meanwhile, we see a big fight brewing out in the top lane. Continuous engagement. Lucario and Rex versus Lucario and Cinderace.
Oh, and once again, Rex coming out huge in this team fight. Like, as soon as he joined the team fight, like, I actually thought, like, Bichuken had it under the glove and, like, they can do a score. But thanks to Rex, they were not able to do that, and on the other side, they were able to score. So right now, we're 5 minutes into the game, and they are leading by a lot of points.
Almost 100 points. Yes, indeed. And guys, आप लोग क्यों नहीं चैट कर रहे हैं हमसे बातें कीजिए बताइए कौन सी टीम आपकी फेवरेट है बिच्छू गैंग का नंबर 1 फैन राघव किरपेकर आ चुके हैं चैट में
Oh yeah, we have Bichu Gang number 1 fan out here also. So show them some love by saying
supporting
something on the chat. Express your support.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes, guys.
People coming out in the boat now.
And ये Dreadnought लेने वाले हैं टीम इंस्टिंक्ट आई थिंक जी हाँ टीम इंस्टिंक्ट ने ले लिया है रेक्स ने लिया है फॉर टीम इंस्टिंक्ट और ये मुसीबत में स्लोबरो को नॉकआउट कर दिया चेस कर रहे हैं रेक्स वीनसर का डबल किया मीनवाइल यहाँ काफी पॉइंट स्कोर करेंगे टीम इंस्टिंक्ट जी हाँ 7 पॉइंट रह गए 40 पॉइंट स्कोर करने की कोशिश हम टीम द्वारा रोकने के लिए पहुंच चुके हैं लिवाई स्लीप टोर्नेडो एल्डेगो की तरफ से लिवाई मुसीबत में यहाँ पे बच निकलते हैं पॉजिटिव रेक्स यहाँ पे कूद पड़े यूनाइट बेहतरीन यूनाइट यार एक द्वारा वर्सेस मुसीबत में क्या खेला है यहाँ पे रेक्स ने डिड यू सी दैट कुमार
Yep.
That unite from Rex was wonderful, on point.
Yeah. Me, I was watching like, didn't he dive into deep that suddenly like he was able to bring them out front, and even right now the team fights are not ending, and I feel like Ichiki may be able to get some points out of it, but then Goku says no, and then like Rex
goes ham on the
Rex is just doing talent things and be able to score a lot of points, and things are looking really high.
Wow, Rex with 50 points
on Apple. Oh, that was a beautiful goal coming out from
a maximum half century from Rex. Right there.
This is my MVP. Like, he's my MVP for his match, and things are really bad for the two game here right now. They need to, think up. Because right now the game is done, and I don't think they'll be able to come back. Because if you look at the level difference as well, like. Instincts has, just annihilated them, and they are on top, and even on level difference, as you can see. I don't think they'll ever come back, so I guess we'll be going to game 2 after this. Because there's only 2 minutes left.
The beauty of and we see another counter 50-pointer or half century score from Cinderace meanwhile in the bot lane, so I think, definitely Instincts giving it a fight. I wouldn't want you to count them out just yet, Kumar. That's what they're saying. Don't count it out.
I mean, like, I don't want to count out the game, but then, if Team Instinct doesn't, get threatened, or, if they don't, like, if they're able to control the map well, then they're going to come out of top, and this is going to be a really easy Dreadnought coming out, like, no contest done by Bichugen. So you can see, right, they're slowly, like, Bichugen is, like, slowly
the final
breaking apart, and Zapdos has appeared, and I feel like Team Instincts can easily capture and easily take Zapdos. Like,
no, I think Team Instincts would be happy to defend, but what they're not defending is their goals, and we see a lot of members from Team Bichuang going to score. Meanwhile, Lucario also trying to score 100 points for Team Bichuang here.
And then 14, 42, and 34. So there's a lot of points going into Bichuang, and they're not just points. So it's
meanwhile,
right now.
Yes. Team Bichu also scoring some points for themselves, but I think they finally realized they need to start Zapdos here. Team Instincts looking to try. Both teams just waiting it out. I'm not. I mean, I don't know. Team Bichugang would definitely know that they are behind here, and they started. They finally started with Zapdos. Team Instincts on
No,
the wait here,
yeah.
just trying to get the last shot.
And then even Team Instincts can just stretch it out because if you look at how many Pokeballs like both the team has, and Team Instinct has a lot of execution coming out from Rex.
Yep, Unite being popped here. Fight started. We see some motion here in the bottom. We move down a bit, streamer, and we see the fight going on continuously. Can we move the fight? Can we see the fight, please, streamer?
Oh, and Rex comes out on top, but look at that. There was actually a beautiful feedback coming out from Bichuking, and they came out on top. Pikachu doing a lot of work, and they might be able to take down the Zapdos. And if they're able to make it, Gold Pro comes in, and who's going to be securing the Zapdos?
It's the neck and neck situation, but oh my God, Bichugang get the Zapdos. Do they have enough time to score here? That is the question.
Yeah, do they have enough? I think the game is done because they don't have enough time to section.
I think if Lucario can make it's dependent on Lucario in the top lane. And he can make it if he can. Oh my God, time is up. Hard luck for Team Bichugang here, I think. In spite of the getting the Zapdos, they were a couple of seconds too late. I mean, 5 seconds more, and they would have probably won it with that Lucario score.
Yep.
You lose.
There was actually a really beautiful team fight coming off from Team Pichigang in that last minute, and like we discussed, right, coming into the later stages of the game, like Pikachu has like a better advantage over Venusaur. Like if you look at the pick, and Pikachu was able to dish out a lot of damage coming out from the Scepter, right? And for me, it looked like a really good team fight, but then at the end of the day, they were not able to capitalize and they were not able to score. So overall, there was a really good performance coming out from both the gang, but Instincts come out on top.
Right, absolutely. Instinct coming out on top in game one, and I think Rex definitely a deserving MVP here. Very well played from him. But I would say definitely Luffy here doing very well for Team Instinct. Sorry, Bichugang as well. So with that, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the next match.
like all of them are going for the comfortable pick, and even that Talonflame on Rex, right? Previous match, he
Mm-hmm.
was outstanding. Like he stand like that in that previous match, he stand out. He stand out. Like generally, there's a player who stands out, right?
Right,
And
right,
it
right.
and it
Absolutely.
was
He
him.
was.
And I'm really happy to see a Greninja being picked up by Curse.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Greninja is one of my personal favorites. So yes, definitely. I really want to see what Cursit can do with that Greninja. But again,
Mm-hmm.
Greninja are definitely a little weak against Talonflame. I would ideally have wanted them to pick a Speedster for the jungle to counter him, Speedster or something like Dragonite, because then you're able to sort of take
Ready?
on the Talonflame, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of don't understand why people are not opting for Dragonite.
Right.
Yeah. And also, one thing like big to all the viewers who are watching right now, there's actually a little bit of misprint coming out on the screen. Instincts are actually on the blue side right now, and Pichigang are on the orange side, right?
No, 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 Kuma. They're right.
Oh, they haven't changed. Oh, okay, yeah, they
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
changed. My bad,
No
my bad.
worries, no worries.
Yeah, I take that back.
No
Because
worries, no worries. We all make no sense sometimes.
oh, and so
But yeah, Lucario is doing Lucario things here.
so the other Lucario comes down on top. Chiganka Lucario comes down on top. Oh wait, I said it too soon. Oh no, still the same.
Oh,
And
I
the
think a
junglers
3 point
are
difference. Yes. Junglers are here for the 80 Bs, but yeah, disengage. And meanwhile, we see a fight in the next 10 seconds very soon on both the sides of the map.
and what do you think about the jungle as well? Like, what do you think? Who is better in the jungle than both of teams right now? Is it Greninja or the Talonflame?
Uh, Granger Talonflame, I think it depends. So Granger gets that power spike, the huge power spike with those water shuriken at level 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, before then he's much slower. So he definitely needs that early babysitting, right? Or he's slower as compared to Talonflame, I would say, in the jungle, in the initial phase.
Yeah, but coming into the late stage of the game, I mean, people generally say like, I mean, Talonflame is better coming into the late stage compared to Greninja. Like, do you agree with that?
I mean, if it would depend who the Talonflame is up against. Typically, I mean, who are you comparing him with? So against a Greninja, yes, because
Against the
he's a
Greninja.
speedster, and Greninja is an ADC or an attacker, right? So he can speedster is equivalent to a jungler, or an assassin, and he can really dive in and take out the backline, as we saw in the last game, right? So that's why I think Greninja. I don't feel safe as a Greninja against a Talonflame because he can dive right into the face. Then it means trouble for me.
Yeah, and then on the top, like all of the explosive fights and interesting battles are happening on the top side of the match. Like bot lane, everybody's just taking a chill pill, hiding behind the bushes, and they're
Well,
just waiting for someone
you
to
wait.
attack.
You wait for 5 more seconds and you'll see a lot of action in the bot lane. And in fact, I think it's about to start very soon now. The bees have spawned and both teams will fight, with all they've got for these bees. Braybird from Talonflame coming in, takes out that Lucario instantly. Rex here. And will get the 30-point score as well. Team Instincts taking that early lead already.
And as you can see, even Lucario is heading to the bot lane right now. So who do you think is going to be securing? And even Talonflame is about to reach. So and I think
Yes,
both
I
Lucario
think
and Talonflame will be able to reach their
let's
line.
see. If we they get the Dreadnought before Talonflame can make it because obviously they didn't make scoring. But we see the Unite being popped, Talonflame onto the Pikachu. Meanwhile, Greninja taken out by Ivy Sword, Lucario takes out Eldegoss, Team Instinct on attack mode here. How's Pikachu doing a wipeout? And look at this AoE damage by Septus Kuma.
I
And
mean,
meanwhile,
this is what I was talking about. Yeah, this is what I was talking about Pikachu. Like Pikachu, if he's positioned well, then he can dish out so much amount of
he
damage
can
in that small amount of
literally
time.
rain thunder. He can literally rain thunder.
Yeah, and and they will be able to score a lot of points. And yeah, they just need one, and they are leading right now, 130 to 91, coming 6 minutes into the game. That was actually a really
Yep.
explosive fight, and all credit goes to Scepter on that Pikachu.
Indeed. And meanwhile, they get this the Rotom as well, Team Instincts here. So they didn't manage to get the Dreadnought, but they've gotten the Rotom. Let's see what they can make of it. The standard strategy, use the Rotom as a distraction and try to pressure the other lane.
And they're doing that really well.
Yep. They've got all 5 in, and Lucario here Levi taking on Phoenix, or Phoenix taking on Levi rather, with support from the Rotom. But yeah,
Beautiful engagement coming out from the and Pikachu gets the
Indeed. Instinct really making good use of that Rotom, putting that pressure on Team Bichugang. Bichugang holding up quite well. In fact, they're now on the counter attack, and Instinct's having to run for it.
Yeah, and I think they will not be punished for that. They can easily just go away, heal up, and come back into the fight. So overall, there was actually a really good win coming out from Team Instinct.
Indeed. So yes, let's see, 12 points in the lead. Team Instincts. Dreadnought has spawned here. The second Dreadnought has spawned, and is once again taken by Greninja. Greninja definitely getting those level advantages for Team Bichugang with those Dreadnoughts. But let's see what they make. Greninja takes out Lucario. Greninja looking very strong here. Pikachu takes out, gets a double KO, and Team Instinct wiped out here. Wiped clean.
Yeah, that was actually a beautiful play coming out from Curse on the Greninja, and as we talked earlier into the game, like if he reaches his power spike, then it will be really hard to control him, and that's what it did right now.
Exactly. Greninja is like level 12 right now and sort of leading the charts in terms of levels. In fact, Rex is at 11, and I think it's the double Dreadnought that they've gotten so far that has helped them, get that level advantage. Definitely, one learning here is for those watching. When you pick a Greninja, when you have Greninjas or Gardevoirs in your team, you definitely want to focus on those Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, and then even Rotom has spawned, so I guess they'll be shifting towards the top side. Like a few of them, and then
nice dodge there by Levi, would you say?
Yeah, even me, I was just watching the map and I was like, oh, shit, Levi's going to get caught up and really be punished, but that was actually a really beautiful juke coming out from Levi.
Yep.
So things are looking really good for Bichugang at the moment, and the Rotom is going to be attacked. Like,
taking away yep.
Team Instinct, like there was no contest coming out. And as you can see in both lanes, like Venusaur is alone, but I don't think Pikachu and Trooper and Scepter can't do anything, can't do much about it. So they're just waiting for a team to come.
Yep, but meanwhile Instinct once again pressuring the other lane, as you can see here. Putting them under pressure, really just taking them on.
Oh, and I think Rex is a little bit ahead on the map, and I think he's going to get punished. And yes, he does.
Taken out by Greninja. Meanwhile, Levi scores 50 points in the top lane. He's been desperately trying to score those 50 points. He's tried a couple of times and failed. Finally managed to get it in, and the third Dreadnought has spawned here. Let's see if Bichugang get it. Indeed.
And then I really like what Chris has been doing this entire game. Like he has just been focusing on the objective, and he has been able to get all the objectives. That is like 3 Dreadnoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, Dreadnoughts going into the hand of Team Bichugang. Beautiful play.
Indeed. Curse. And you can see that the result is in the form of the level difference, right? Greninja is 2 levels ahead of Rex. So yes. I think definitely something very interesting to watch out for, and Zapdos spawns in 4 seconds here. Not much between the gap between these two teams here. 40 points only.
You're on fire!
Yeah. And I honestly feel like it's either going to be Curse or Rex that's going to be turning the tide for this game. But then don't forget about Scepter on the Pikachu as well. Scepter has played immensely good the previous.
Not just Scepter, I think Goku as well. Goku has also gotten a couple of knockouts, So, all the players playing their roles very beautifully here. It's just a matter of who gets the right positioning in this fight and who gets, more damages.
Yeah. And as you can see, Curse is just waiting into the jungle, waiting for them to ready for them to initiate. And they're
Yup, and Unite being popped here. Both the teams going ham here. Multiple Unite. Goku in trouble. Goku will be knocked out by Slowbro here. And first knockout from Team Bichugang. Meanwhile, Lucario tries to score. Phoenix chasing Levi. Levi gets the knockout on Phoenix. And Bichugang looking strong here in game 2 into that Zapdos fight. And they're just going on the defensive. They don't want to take that Zapdos. They don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the timer as well, like, just game should make sure that they're not able to score within these few
Right.
seconds. Yeah, they should just make sure that Team Instinct doesn't score, and if they're able to do that, then Team Bichigang is gonna seal the deal. So we have only 30 seconds on the clock.
What a
Yep.
goal!
And looks like we'll be going into game three, Kuma. Levi here, really capitalizing on that level gap. Look at that. 3 levels between Levi and Phoenix. And he's taken out two already. Finally, Phoenix managed to get the knockout on him. But does he have enough time? 50 points here. And 140 points between these two teams.
Yeah, and then like Scepter comes into his
Five,
turn.
four,
Phoenix and
three,
Intercept
not
him.
be able to
two,
score, and
one.
and with that we'll be going to
Time's
game.
up.
That was actually a really beautiful play coming off Team Michigan overall. Like they knew they were leading, they knew they were ahead. So instead of trying to take the Zapdos, they went on the defensive side, which was actually a really really good plan. I don't know who
You
shot for that,
win.
but that was actually a really good plan coming out from Team Michigan.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think both these teams are, adepts and, experts, and they know the game. They know what they need to do. It's just a matter of, who goes into that fight and who goes, about positioning, right? And a lot of people say, I think this game is entirely dependent on Zapdos, but I think my take again, as I've always said, is it's about how you play around Zapdos. What do you think about that, Kuma?
Yeah, hello. Okay, okay. I got caught up there.
Sorry, no worries. So I was just saying, typically, a lot of people say that this game is centered around Zapdos, but I think it's more of the strategy that you build during the Zapdos gameplay and the
Yeah,
short calls that,
exactly.
that make the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, I mean, like, getting Zapdos, just changes the game. But then at the end of the day, if you have a perfect strategy plan and if you're executing it, then at the end of the day, you don't need the Zapdos to win the game. Because if you're scoring the
Exactly.
points and if you're able to, take knowing when to take the offensive side, knowing when to be defensive, right? Like this key moment, this few
Yep, yep.
seconds of decision making, like really changes the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with that, I think, we'll go right into game three. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back with a short break. You're watching live shots presented to you by Crowd Control Esports, platform partner, Rush.gg, merchandise partner, Hive Sports, media partner, Score, Live the Game, and creative partner, Spurts, and of course, our NGO partner, Seeds India. And guys, we're back with game three. And Kuma, Cursed going back to that Greninja. क्या लगता है आपको?
Yeah, I mean, I was thoroughly impressed previously by his Greninja. That was actually a really beautiful play coming off from Team, was that Bichu Gang, right?
Right.
So I'm expecting to see a lot. And for me, the key player for Bichu Gang to players to watch out is Curse and Scepter because they have been performing really, really well this previous game. And even if you look at Team Instinct as well, even they have locked in the Talonflame by Rex, and we saw what he can do in game one. In game two, he was not able to execute it well. But let's see what happens in game three.
Yep.
This
I
is
think
going to
I
be really
think
exciting.
game three, it was about the Dreadnought and कैसे उन्होंने तीनों Dreadnought लेके Greninja ने they, just flew away with that level gap. every single fight they were able to win because of that level gap that they had created.
I mean, it all depends on what objective do you prefer taking, right?
Right,
Chris
indeed.
was able to secure Dreadnought for the team, so it made a lot of impact on the game.
All right.
But yeah, let's see. We're going into game 3, and I'm pretty sure like we will witness or we will see some different strategies on both the teams. So it will be really exciting to watch.
Right, indeed. And let's see here, Luffy taking on that Sean Eagle. So Sean Eagle versus Luffy and the Slow Bros. And meanwhile, Phoenix gets the first score for Instincts. Levi gets 8 points.
Yeah, I mean
First point.
both Levi and Phoenix just do.
And Rex now, oh, nice dodge there from Levi. Beautiful dodge, I would say. And
Yeah, I
now
mean,
here
like,
back to back.
that's not the first time that he has those abilities. Like
No, but-
overall, even in the previous round as well. Even in the previous round as well, he has done so much. So I mean, this shows the level of confidence he has on his Pokemon, right? Like the confidence he has with Lucario. Because so many people can't execute that. Even though a champion may be busted or not, like, it all depends on who is using it, right?
Right. And let's see here, I think bot lane में fight चल रहा है. देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या होता है. No action so far. Mid में we see the jungle, both the junglers trying to take the bonus jungle in the middle. And fight थोड़ा चल रहा है वहाँ पे. Talonflame engaging on that Lucario might get caught out in the top lane and backs out.
Yeah, he backs out really well. As you can see, both the junglers are trying to make sure, the top lane is secure. Like, as
Yes.
you can see, both the junglers are not trying to rotate to their both side, but they're like
Absolutely.
trying to help both of their Lucarios, so which is really interesting to watch. And if you look at the jungle pattern coming out from both Curse and Reg, it's very, very similar, like the jungle pattern.
Yep, indeed. And let's see here what, I think they're going to be rotating for those Bs. But this time, contrary to what you said, we rotated to the bot lane, of course, for the Dreadnought and the Bees fight. And let's see who gets it. I think that was scored by Scepter there, that Odinio.
Yeah, and then we have 20 seconds, and then Dreadnought we found, so we should be expecting some explosive fight coming out.
Yup, and Rex with that Brave Bird. But again, once again, the majority of the Bees going to Team Michugang here.
Okay, so the Dreadnought has spawned, and both of them were waiting, and as you can see, the rotation has already come out from Team Instinct, and they will be first to capitalize on that. And what a beautiful rotation coming out from both the team, but the game was a little bit late to the keeper, and so because of that they were punished, and because of that they will be able to capitalize and take this game.
Yes, indeed. Michugang, Instinct's getting the Dreadnought.
Yep. I mean, if you check, if you watch, Levi was a little bit late coming into the team fight, and there was actually a little bit of overextension coming out from Rex, and he gets punished for it.
Yes, indeed.
Would they be punished even more? I don't know, but there was actually a little bit of overextension coming out from the Rex. He was not, and then he dropped all of his points as well. So,
But it's interesting to see both these teams are very late to rotate on that Rotom. मतलब काफी ऑलमोस्ट 1 मिनट हो गया रोटम को आए हुए एंड अभी दोनों से एक भी टीम पहुंची नहीं है, फाइट नहीं शुरू हुआ है रोटम के लिए. Slowbro meanwhile taking on Lucario and Eldegoss, nice use of the slow smoke to escape, but try and escape rather. Blaze 0 HP escape there.
That was actually a really beautiful play coming out from
Blaze.
Blaze as well, and even Phoenix trying to zone them off, so which was actually really pretty to watch. And Levi and Phoenix, they've just been dishing out this entire match, and finally the party comes to the top lane. So let's see, we're gonna see some explosive play coming out for the bottom, and Picture King has already started it off.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here who gets this Rotom. Unite from Talonflame, and scores it for Team Instinct. Meanwhile, Venusaur scores 39 points in the bottom lane. Once again, Instinct doing the smart thing, not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Don't give
Yeah,
up.
and then, Live by coming on top, and they were able to execute that well, right? I mean, they knew that, like, from Team Instinct, it was actually 4-on-3, so they were able to capitalize on that, and because of that, they were able to score, and they're right now. Wait, I'm really sorry,
But
they didn't score, but they were able to
Team
capitalize on
Instinct
that.
have gotten open Rotom goal to score and they've been scoring in. I mean, I'm not sure what that was about. They had a chance, and now the Dreadnought has spawned as well here.
Yeah, and then Team Instincts are really good, but I don't think they haven't started well right now.
Yes, and let's see here, Slowbro holding him with telekinesis. Meanwhile, Greninja once again getting those Dreadnoughts for Team, Bitsugang.
Curse has been playing phenomenally good. Like, if he's there on time, then he's able to, secure it. Like, even though he played good, it's like at the end of the day, they secured Dreadnought, so which is like a huge bonus point for Team Army for Team to take it. Like, in Team Instinct, replying back with some kills.
Indeed. Let's see what happens here. Eldego's getting a couple of knockouts here from Bitsugang as well. Bitsugang now going on the offensive. Greninja takes out Slowbro. And a huge fight erupting here. Rex in trouble. Rex trying to escape, takes out the Eldego's but gets knocked out in return. And some huge points going to be scored here from Team Bitsugang. They destroy the first goal and then back off wisely so.
Yeah, and there was a beautiful play coming from Bitsugang, and they're able to score. Like, 3 of them were able to score, so which take them to the top of the ladder. I mean, there was actually a little bit of overextension coming out from Team Instinct. Like, the fight was done, but still they stayed back instead of going back and recalling, right? So they were instantly punished, and because of that, they were able to, Team Bitsugang were able to score just in time.
Indeed, and now once again we see both the Greninja trying to score 36 points for his team, will get that dunk here. And Bitsugang in the top have gotten the Rotom in the meanwhile and are looking to pressurize that lane. So both sides pressure being applied to both teams, very interesting to see. Instincts are like, if you pressurize the top lane, I'm going to push you in the bottom lane. Simple as that.
Yeah,
what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a really beautiful, beautifully well crafted coming out from both the teams. Like, they knew like they're outnumbered riders, so they were able to force it and they were able to come out on top and they were able to
Absolutely. Let's see what happens here. And third Dreadnought, once again Greninja on point, on time to get that Dreadnought. Cursed just, flawless with his objectives here. Meanwhile, Phoenix trying to get 96 points here. So making sure he starts scoring and scores after the 2-minute mark. We'll get 96 points in here for Team Instinct. Bitsugang in a little bit of trouble here. Behind by about 70 points. The fight beginning. Pretty lucky caught out here. And nice Brave Bird there from the Rex, and then unites Eldegoss to knock out to Nurse Joy. And Eldegoss spots to unite Rex with that Brave Bird. Luffy in some trouble here. Luffy and Levi with the telekinesis onto that Slowbro. Luffy trying to take the fight, but 2 men down right now so far for Team Bitsugang. Bitsugang desperately need to score here.
Yeah, I mean, even the clock is ticking, they have only 1 minute left.
Yes, indeed.
They have only 1 minute, and this is going to be an explosive team fight again.
Yes, once again, Talonflame taking it home to, Team Bitsugang. And now has
Bitsugang comes out on top, and right now Levi is going for the Zapdos, and if they're able to secure this Zapdos, then it's going to be set. And Rex tries to come out. Yeah, things are looking really bad for Team Instinct right now, and they're able to capitalize on that Zapdos, and they're just going to go and score. And we have only 30 seconds on the clock, and this will be a really easy goal winner from Bitsugang. And I think this will seal the deal.
Indeed. Not much I think Instinct can do here to come back from this.
Yeah, I think it's all done, and that was actually a really good explosive team fight. Like in Team Instincts, they stayed back a little bit longer and they got punished for it.
Indeed, indeed. Big. This does mean trouble for Bitchu Gang here. And so, sorry, Instincts here. And
Five,
Gabi GG.
four,
So, with that,
three,
Bitchu Gang will
two,
qualify to the
one.
quarterfinals of Live
Time's
Shot
up.
Pokemon Unite. And it's a
Ah,
very hard luck for Team Instincts.
yep. That was actually like, how would I say? It was really hard to swallow what just happened to Instincts, because Team Instincts were, leading the chart. They were on top, and they had proper control
You
of the game
win.
until that Zapdos fight happened. Like
Yep.
props to BG Gang for capitalizing on the entire map and knowing they have team advantage. Like, cause if you have noticed between Team Pichu Gang and Instinct, Team Pichu Gang always had a number advantage every time a team fight erupted, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And once again, I think it's hard luck, I would say, to Team Instincts for sure. Very well fought matchups here. Very well played to these teams.
Yeah, and this is not the end of the road for Team Instincts as well, right?
Of course not. Of course
They
not.
have shown what they can do, and they've even made a proper name for themselves. So let's see, like, what happens in the next round. So we'll be taking a short break of 5 minutes, and we'll be coming back with more matches. We have 2 matches left for the night, so stay tuned and don't go away.
Indeed, indeed. Be right back, guys. And guys, we're back with the much awaited team Soul versus Makes No Sense. Game 1. Kuma, are you excited about this?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the first iteration of Soul in a mobile game, the Pokémon. And also, if people are familiar with Wild Rift, Airnav, Valor, and all those games, then there's some pretty familiar faces coming in from the Soul team. We have Siege, Secret Box, and we have Gus as well.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल कुमार काफी पॉपुलर मोबा प्लेयर्स पिकअप किए हैं टीम सोल ने देखने में काफी इंटरेस्टेड हूं मैं कि क्या कैसे परफॉर्म करते हैं टीम सोल मोबा जॉन में जैसे कि आपने कहा
And I'm actually surprised to see this Machamp pick. Generally people don't go for this, right?
Right. And देखते हैं यहाँ पे मीनवाइल सिंड्रेस ने नॉकआउट कर दिया है मचो को सो टॉकिंग अबाउट द पिक्स वी डिडंट गेट अ चांस टू टॉक अबाउट द पिक्स बट सोल की तरफ से मचैम्प सो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कुमार आई डोंट नो इफ यू नो मचैम्प को काफी बक किया गया है रिसेंटली एंड ही इज डेफिनेटली वेरी इन मेटा राइट नाउ सो इनफैक्ट अभी बहुत सारे मतलब मेजॉरिटी ऑफ पोकेमॉन आर वायबल इन द करंट मेटा बिकॉज ऑफ द विजन पॉप्स एंड नर्व
Okay.
और यार जीरो एक्चुअली बचते हुए सीक्रेट Emo Sunny on the chase just makes it allowed secret.
I mean, like this is a really explosive match, like coming out from both Makes No Sense and Soul. Like ever since from the start of the minute, they've been dashing out, they've been fighting, and this is really exciting to watch. So let's see who comes out on top.
Yeah, बिल्कुल.
And
आप देखते हैं 10 points from a choke.
Gus has picked up the Charizard, so she's gonna be soon. He's level 6 right now, so I'm pretty sure after he evolves into the Charizard, we'll be seeing a lot of action coming up from him as well. So what do you think about this matchup in the jungle?
This matchup in the jungle, I think Charizard versus Cinderace. Personally, if you ask me, from what we've seen, I think what we have seen, and maybe Soul has also been watching and observing the other teams playing. So they've seen that Charizard is definitely someone viable in the jungle, and looks like they're gonna try it. And I think Charizard against Cinderace definitely. I see very high hopes of Charizard. I mean, if you just talk about Unite versus Unite, then Charizard has much more AoE damage and much greater, I think, ability to spread chaos. And he's about to spawn.
Yeah, and right now there was actually a beautiful rotation coming out from the jungle, going to the outside, killing of Noe and also securing points for them. Like he was able to score 30 points for him.
Yes indeed. Machoke now taking on Lucario, but Dreadnought about to span. I think both of them will rotate. Yes, all 5 rotating for both teams for that Dreadnought. Let's see bottom में कैसा होने वाला है. यहाँ पे फाइट खिंच चुकी है. दोनों टीम पहुंच चुके हैं Dreadnought के पास.
Yeah, and whichever team secures the Dreadnought right here and now, like they will ultimately win the fight. All of them there was a beautiful sleep coming out, sleeping all of them, and then Loco coming in to sweat and kills every one of them, and Soul looks like they're in a bit
But Pikachu steals the Dreadnought. Wonderful steal there from Team Soul. Pikachu gets the Dreadnought, gets knocked out by Lucario in the process, and so Team Makes No Sense will definitely score some points here. But Soul, Pikachu definitely taking away that Dreadnought. Beautiful steal from Team Makes No Sense.
Yeah, I mean at the end of the day, even though they lost all the members, securing the Dreadnought, that was actually a really, really good play coming out from the Pikachu, coming out from Vox.
Yes indeed. And we have some Vox fans in the chat as well, I guess. We see Vox saying my idol is playing. So बहुत popular players यहाँ पे Soul के और लो इम्पैक्ट या मुसीबत में बच निकलते हैं और बहुत कहते काफी मशहूर करेंगे. लुटॉप ले लिया है, टॉप ले ने तो दोनों तरफ प्रेशर बना के रखा हुआ है. फिर 100 पॉइंट की लीड बना ली है.
Yeah, I mean, till now Soul hasn't been able to score, and they've been collecting Pokeballs, so I'm pretty sure, like, they're just waiting for an explosive team fight and they'll just pack it in. And if they do so, then they'll be leading by a lot of points. But at the moment, Team Makes No Sense is leading, but we're just 5 minutes into the game.
Yes indeed. 40 पॉइंट का लीड है अभी टीम मेक्स नो सेंस का. चार्जर को नॉकआउट कर दिया मैंने लुगी टफ ने बॉट लेन में. और makes sense यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी strong दिखती है, but I think Soul is definitely will look to get back. अभी तो फिलहाल थोड़ी सी pressure में.
Yeah, and as you can see, the level difference from Soul, Vox, and is that low impact, like on both Pikachu. It's like there's a level 1 difference that's going to make a huge difference in the team fight, coming into the team fight as well.
Yes indeed. But अब देखते हैं कि चार्जर्ड और चिंड्रेस ऑलमोस्ट ड्रेडनो के बावजूद सेम लेवल पे हैं और यहाँ पे ड्रेडनो शुरू कर दिया टीम सोल ने. गौरू यहाँ पे यूनाइट, गौरू की तरफ से मल्टीपल यूनाइट और क्लोबरो का यूनाइट, दोनों तरफ से यूनाइट भी और चार्जर्ड का यूनाइट, हर तरफ से यूनाइट और मैचैम्प स्नोई ने भी यूनाइट यूज कर दिया है. यहाँ पे देखते हैं कौन सी टीम को ड्रेडनो मिलता है. पिकाचू ने यहाँ पे एल्डोगो को नॉकआउट कर दिया है और टीम सोल के 3 मेंबर नॉकआउट, यहाँ पे 3 पोकेमोन नॉकआउट. तबाही मचा दी अभी मिक्सिंग से लड़े जा रहे हैं अभी. Lucario takes it away for team, makes no sense. The second then now Goru ने नॉकआउट कर दिया है meanwhile Slowbro को.
There was actually a heroic play from Cars because he was trying to zone up 4 of them, but later he got punished for it instead of like they going for the dead note, so that costed them the dead note fight, and right now they're all going to be rotating top to secure the rotor.
Yes indeed.
And there are very questionable plays coming out from Seoul in like whether to take objectives or whether to take the team fight, and because of that, they will have a look on the top. So at the moment, it makes no sense. Are in full control of the map and the game.
Indeed. And let's see what happens here. About 3 minutes left of the game. Both the teams will probably look to fight for that Rotom, and let's see who gets it. Gauru taking on Rotom. No one here from Team Soul, unfortunately, and they will get it very easily.
Yeah, and then they're all capitalizing on the bot lane and they're all trying to score. So this is going to be a lot of score coming out from Team Soul.
Indeed.
But will they manage to just take a lot of time? And yeah, they're able to grab it. But look, if you look at the top side of the map right now, Blocko was left stranded alone, so they had to retreat. That was actually, I would say, a pretty good threat coming out from both the teams. Like Team Soul, they already lost the team, so they all went both and they scored some points.
Absolutely, and Team Soul also making some comeback here now. Only 52 points, about 50 points apart these two teams. तो 50 पॉइंट ज्यादा बड़ा डिफरेंस बिल्कुल नहीं है यहाँ पे. आई थिंक स्नोई भी स्कोर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. इसकी के 50 पॉइंट कोई नहीं है उनको रोकने के लिए. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंगली आई थिंक आसानी से स्कोर कर लेंगे यहाँ पे. जी हाँ, टीम मेक्स डेस्परेटली जा रहे हैं रोकने के लिए इनको. बट जी आप 2 पॉइंट की लीड में टीम सोल. स्नोई ने 50 पॉइंट स्कोर कर लिए या 4 सेकंड में ड्रेडनो आने वाले हैं.
And there was actually a really good distraction coming out from Snowy, because as you can see on the map, they're all chasing around him, whereas Team Soul is going for the Dreadnought, and if they're able to capitalize on this, then this is really looking good for Team Soul at the moment. And Zapdos has appeared, and right now, Team Makes No Sense is trying, they're thinking of whether to take a fight or whether to just take a chill pill and wait. But now
I don't think 2 points is worth a chill pill for either team, and definitely they should be looking to take the fight and get involved as the fight begins. Unite being popped here on both sides. Jigglypuff with that Unite. Lucario taking on the fight. Charizard doing crazy damage, massive damage. Machamp with that Unite and doing massive damage, taking out the Pikachu. Slowbro with that Cinderace, and Soul ये वाला fight जीतते हुए 5 Pokemon knockout team makes sense.
Yeah, and this looks like the same deal coming out from Team Soul. There was a well-executed team fight coming out from Team Soul, and with that, all of them are rushing towards the goal, and this is going to be a lot of goal scoring coming out from Team Soul.
अब बिल्कुल यहाँ पे दिख रहा है कि क्यों टीम सोल है. I think their soul is very strong and very deep, and they keep fighting until the very end, and they win it. 4 मिनट पहले तक हमें लग रहा था कि टीम सोल काफी प्रेशर में है, बट अभी 6 पॉइंट की लीड में. What do you say, Kumar?
Yeah, I mean, like that Zapdos fight, and this is actually all credit goes to Snowy, because got the attention of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 members of Makes No Sense to rotate towards the top side, and because of that, Team Team Soul were able to capitalize on Dreadnought and later on go to the Zapdos fight with full reinforcement, and they were able to win the team fight. So that was actually really good. Team Soul. So props to them. We thought they were, hanging by a thread, but at the moment, this is going to go to game three. So
Did you see that damage? Did you see that damage that Pikachu Unite? 4 members use Raining Thunder on them continuously.
I mean, at the moment, didn't make no sense. Even they had control over the map. Like in the last 2 minutes of the game, they lost total control over it, and they had to send like
You win!
4 of them to the top lane where the Dreadnought was spawning, and because of that, they lost that. And later on, they ended up losing the Zapdos. But there was actually a beautiful fight coming out from Kaz, Siege, Snowy, and Vox. So we'll be heading down to game 2. What do you think about it?
Absolutely, very excited to see how these two teams fight it out. I mean, I think पहले 7-8 मिनट तो बहुत close fight थी. In fact, going into the Zapdos fight, Puma, they were 2 points apart. तो डेफिनेटली काफी कांटे की टक्कर दोनों टीम के द्वारा काफी अच्छा खेला दोनों ही टीमों ने. मेक्स नो सेंस भी काफी अच्छा टक्कर दिया सोल्स को, बट इन द एंड आई थिंक वो जैप्डॉस फाइट के पहले स्नोई ने तबाही मचा दी, और एंड दैट इज द रिजल्ट व्हाई दे केम आउट ऑन टॉप.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? Like the small decision making, and Seoul were able to capitalize on that, and they punish make no sense for it, and they were able to seal the deal on the game. So we'll be heading to game 2. So just stay tuned. We'll be coming back shortly. We're making a lobby, so stay tuned and keep cheering for the team. And let us know in the comment section whether Seoul is going to take the game home or make no sense is going to take this game to game 3. Let us know in the comment section.
Right. एक मिनट हाँ ऑलरेडी and we are back with game 2 of Soul versus Makes No Sense. Both the teams, everyone very excited about this. I think first game में कुमार Makes No Sense ने काफी कांटे के टक्कर दिया दोनों ही टीमों ने इनफैक्ट एक दूसरे को. And at the end, Soul emerged victorious. What do you have to say about that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about the decision making coming out from the teams, right? And the decision making from the Seoul team was way better compared to compared to team makes no sense. So let's see what changes they're gonna make this round. And as you can see, like it's kind of similar, like from the previous round, the picks.
Yes, but now we see Bloku has also come on to Machamp.
Yeah, I mean, they've seen what Machamp can do, and
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally a huge fan of Machamp after the recent buffs. He's crazy.
So at the end of the day, like when Charizard, later on the stages, Charizard is more impactful compared to Cinderace, right? What do you think about that? So I think this is going to be because if you look at the pick from both the team, like it's very similar except for the Cinderace and Charizard, right?
No, I mean, I would say, I think Cinderace is more DPS and Charizard is, at least towards the later part of the game, Charizard is more area damage.
Yeah, and then like, that's what they need, right? And if you get seismic toss on the...
Ready, go!
On the right attacker.
Yeah, right. And so we are underway. Let's see whether Team Makes No Sense will take it to Game 3 or Team Soul. Will they close it out?
Yes, absolutely, Kumar. Sorry about that, viewers. And early on, not much action.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow start coming, like knowing both the teams, like the first few minutes of the match is gonna be slow and sticky like the previous match, and we're just gonna go ham once we hit the timers.
Indeed. Let's see here what comes out of this. Early bees, I think early pokes from both these teams. And meanwhile, guys, everyone that's watching, just to tell you a little bit about what Live Shots is and what we're doing here. This is esports for a cause, and the objective is to raise awareness about vaccination against COVID and how important it is for everyone to get vaccinated. There have been 100,000 deaths, more than lakhs of deaths because of COVID, and it's very, very important that everyone gets vaccinated. The government is right now running a campaign for vaccination, so everyone should get vaccinated. And meanwhile, Seekmate gets knocked down by that logo. So yes. As I was saying, that's what Live Shots is all about, encouraging everyone to get vaccinated, staying home, staying safe. A lot of us have lost, members, family members, or close, relatives, and it's very important that we, follow the right protocols for this.
Oh, and then Loco might get destroyed here by Snowy on the top side of the map, and Snowy is just gonna chase after Loco, and then he gets Loco. I think Snowy will be able to secure 30 points for Team Soul. That was actually a beautiful play coming out from Snowy overall.
Absolutely, and again, I think we used to say Lucario is doing Lucario things. Now Machamp's doing Machamp things.
And right now, Snowy is a little bit under level compared to Blocko, but then Garu is coming to support Blocko. So Snowy, knowing that, he moves a little bit further away, and he wouldn't make sure that. But as you can see on the bottom side of the map,
the bee is about to spawn. I think 720 bee is about to spawn. Charmander has cards rotated to the bottom lane. I think in anticipation for that bees fight in the sequent Dreadnought fight.
and with that, Kasi is able to secure.
Yes. And Because just to sort of inform, there are some questions from the viewers why people from other countries are being allowed to play. Guys, I think this is more about esports for a cause, and some of these teams just wanted to play to participate and be a part of this event and raise awareness about this in their respective areas as well. And we felt that it was a good opportunity, I think, for everyone to be a part of this event that we're bringing to you guys, and therefore. We have allowed certain few teams. I mean, in fact, not even a few, 2 or 3 or teams to play from external countries.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Though. Like, because at the end of the day, like, we're not the only country that is having problems with COVID, right? It's like all over the world.
Exactly. And COVID is a global pandemic. It's not restricted to India. Life Shot is a global mission. I mean, while it's focused on India primarily, but if we can support other countries too, why not? And let's see, Rotom and Renov spawned here. Rotom has spawned. Let's see, Soul trying to take that fight on before going for the Rotom. Getting the bees here, Snowy. And Bloku escaping. Just barely. And meanwhile, Soul gets the Rotom in the top lane.
And with that pass, he scored 40 points, and right now they actually have a really good lead compared to the previous game. So Sol is doing a lot of work both in the top side and in the bot side, and things are looking pretty bad for Max Nosen. They need to,
Yes, Soul really putting the pressure on them here.
Don't give up!
And then Renos is going to score and let's see if he takes the first upper hand, because he's going to spawn within 1 second, and there's no explosive and Sol fast has already won the
Yes indeed. And meanwhile, Charge are taking out Pikachu here. Charge are taking out Cinderace. And let's see what happens. I think Soul getting the upper hand again in this fight.
And with that, they'll be able to secure the Dreadnought ball for them, and with this, they'll be able to push their lead further. But there was actually a really, Imo suddenly went in a little bit too deep, and he was instantly punished for that. And you can see a lot of points can be scored from Team Soul, and they're on the lead right now. I mean, they're on the lead on the fourth.
Yes, they're almost 150 points apart, these two teams here. 4 minutes left of the game. Can Soul finish it up in 2-0, or do you think makes no sense to make a comeback here, Kumar?
I mean, all depends upon the team fight that you choose. And collectively, if you watch, then Soul has been playing pretty good team fight, like knowing which Pokemon, knowing which character to pull out from a team fight and engaging on that. And in that sense, is a bit scattered, but then if they're able to recuperate and get back, then there's a high chances for them. Right now, if you look at the top lane, us is doing insanely good amount of damage. Control and fast tries me to buy some time to get the show going on.
Meanwhile, Snowy getting a double knockout there, and on the loose, trying to get, I think, Team Soul backs off, disengage here, wisely so. And Gaurun, I think, pushing his luck, overextending a bit. Cars takes out Eldegoss, and Gauru going ham here.
You're in trouble!
Yeah, and because of that, they have lost a lot of balls, and with this, they might be able to capitalize on it, but then they secure the Rotom. So this is, after this, they will have, Team Soul will be able to score a lot.
Yes, and they get the Rotom as well here, Team Soul.
And right now, as you can see on the top side, like half of the members from Team, Makes No Sense are on top. So So this is gonna be a really easy Dreadnought coming in for Team Soul, and looks like this might be a game that's gonna happen 7 seconds and they have a lot of points. They have a lot of
What a
points.
goal! The final stretch! You can
Yes,
do
indeed.
it!
And let's see here. Zapdos has spawned here. What can team makes no sense do here? Can they pull off something magical to take this Zapdos and make it a 1-1?
Course, always slowly got and controlling enemies Pokemon in real life, and look at the shield and look at the game unlocked. Go is still surviving in that team fight, and Kaz has joined with his fight, and this is going to be an easy wipeout coming out from Team Players. Actually, a really beautiful fight. Like all of them invested so much on Snowy, but Snowy went down just now. So that was a beautiful fight coming out.
Yes, indeed. And Vox literally 0 HP. Literally 0 HP there. Voxy. Let's see what Charizard's still holding off. Can you see how he's zoning them out?
give
They
up.
just don't want to allow them to catch Zapdos. They want to buy as much time as possible. And that's precisely what they're doing. Leaf tornadoes, serve, everything possible to stall them.
Yeah, and if Team Make No Sense are able to secure this Zapdos, then the tides can turn. We have 45 seconds on the clock, and right now there was actually a really beautiful image coming up from Team Soul, sending them away, and Zapdos is still there, and we have 35 seconds on the clock, and even Charizard has spawned.
Yes, indeed. Let's see which team can take this Zapdos. And I don't think after beyond this they have much time left.
Oh, and
Similarly, we were lost on.
very low.
Yes, and oh my god, team makes no sense. Get the Zapdos. But do they have enough members to score?
As you can see, Maxwell is going towards this goal, and he's got only 10 points, which is not enough for them to win this fight. So,
3, 2,
Let's put 100 points.
1. Time's up.
But I think team makes no sense might have made a comeback here. What do you think?
it's pretty hard to say. It's actually pretty hard
Oh
to say until we
no!
see.
Team Soul take it away by 36 points. Very, very hard
You
luck. It
lose.
makes no sense. And Team Soul will win it 2-0.
Yeah, only two of them were able to score, right? Even though they secured the Zapdos, they lost a lot of their team members, so they were able to score only 200 points in that last section. But then there was a really beautiful play coming up from Make No Sense. They knew what they had to do, but it's just that they were not able, to sustain enough team members to score the points. So with that, Team Soul takes the victory.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And with that, don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back with the next match very soon. All right, guys, and we are back with the final game for today. Team Valhalla versus Zero Degree. And let's see here, team. We have Valhalla on the left side or the purple side and Zero Degree on the orange side. Valhalla looking for, I think, a child at jungle. What do you think, Kumar? And Silvio, I mean, I haven't seen Silvio on this tourney at all. In the last few tournaments, we saw Silvio being the most popular pick. Very interesting to see. And I think now we see a Talfin jungle from Mess Around and Cindery jungle from Barbatos. Interesting. Kumar, what do you have to say about these picks? Alright, I guess we have some technical glitches. So before we start the match, guys, you're watching live shots presented to you by Crowd Control Esports, powered by Rush.gg or platform partners Rush.gg, merchandise partners High Sports, media partners Sport Live the Game, and of course our creative partners Sport and Seeds, our NGO partners. तो इसी के साथ मैच शुरू करते हैं and we have Kuma back.
Yeah, hello, I'm back. So we have Valhalla and Zero Degree gonna fight it out. And the picks actually are really, I mean, I wouldn't say weird, but it's actually, a bit surprising.
Right. Kuma, I think there might be an issue with your mic. Not sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, is this my internet not giving me support for this? Hold on a minute.
Yes, and while Kuma comes back, guys, yes, Team Valhalla, so far lagging behind by 2 points, not much difference. देखते हैं फिर क्या होता है 20 स्पॉन होने वाले 10 सेकंड में 9 मिनट प्लस स्पॉन होएगा और ये बीज लेते हुए यहाँ पे मेजॉरिटी से बीज आयरन ने लिया है टॉप लेन में बॉट लेन में देखते हैं बॉट लेन में फाइट चल रहा है हमारे स्लोपो पिकाचू सारे तैनात इनफैक्ट 4-man फाइट चल रहा है बॉट लेन में हमारे क्या होता है दोनों टीम भिड़ने को तैयार और एक ऑडिनियो के यहाँ पे लड़ाई होगी और लूसी ने यहाँ पे शायद ऑडिनियो ले लिया है टीम 0 डिग्री की तरफ से
Hello, and I'm back, I guess.
Yes, Kuma, glad to have you back. And so far, I think we're just waiting for you to get started with the action. 720B is about to spawn. यहाँ पे देखते हैं क्या होता है दोनों टीम तैनात एक बार फिर से सिंड्रेस थोड़े से लेट है यहाँ पे टीम 0 डिग्री की तरफ से didn't join the party but he's joined it in here these have spawned and देखने का यहाँ पे टैलेंट का ब्रेवबर्ड पोकीबॉय मुसीबत में यहाँ पे टैलेंट मुसीबत नॉकआउट होंगे यहाँ पे स्लोब्रो द्वारा और पोकीबॉय मुसीबत में बट बच गए यहाँ पे वैलेला गेटिंग द बेटर ऑफ दैट फाइट
Yeah, but at least he'll be time and fully regenerated for the team fight in both lane, right?
Not sure, Kuma. I think because he's lost the buffs that he had, right? Buff is gone. Slowbro is an additional buff. Plus, Cinderace has the buff. There are 2 buffs on their team, and going into the Dreadnought fight is definitely going to be an advantage.
But we have seen what Terrafan was about to do. He changed the momentum of his game. His Dreadnought is very low and red, and the Talon has secured the Dreadnought. Actually, really surprising, but yeah.
Yes, as predicted by you, Kuma, I think Talonflame has turned it around. And, Team Zero Degree looking strong here. Sorry, Valhalla looking very strong here. Spoils the points, getting the Dreadnought, and will now immediately rotate for that Rotom.
Yeah, and they've crossed the 100 border mark, and on their way to the top side, they're going to be collecting some few balls again. And this is going to be really helpful for them going into the stages.
Yes, absolutely.
And because of this fight, like Talon Slab is a great, has higher level than the rest of
Yes, indeed. And let's see what your Slowbro is spotted with technical or his Unite move, and Lucario wiped out by the opposing Lucario. Team Zero Degree also end up losing the Rotom, and Valhalla will score more points here. Will take that lead to almost 200 points now.
Yeah, it seems like it's really bad for Zero Degree. Haven't offered people instead of like spreading everybody because the way Team Valhalla is playing, it's textbook play coming out from this team. Even the rotations are on point and they know what they're doing right now. So they can instead go by collect some balls and score some more.
You're on fire!
And we have entered the later stages into the game. We're 4 minutes into the game. 4 minutes is left, and so
Absolutely, I agree. And almost 200 points in the lead now, Team Zero Degree, Team Valhalla, sorry. So let's see what what the next 4 minutes bring, because Valhalla, Zero Degree, Valhalla is definitely going to go into that fight looking quite strong for the Dreadnought.
Oh, and Sir Aaron, so they've all getting on the both side of the map, and Lucario might be a little bit late coming in from Team Zero.
Yes, indeed. Let's see, Talonflame knocked out by Slowbro early on in the fight. Pikachu takes out Eldegoss. Looks like Zero Degree is going to get this Dreadnought. Multiple knockout, 4 Pokemon knocked out. Lucario still standing strong. Pikachu takes out Lucario. Meanwhile, Cinderace cleans him up as well. And with that, Zero Degree should be able to get this Dreadnought quite easily. Talonflame with that Unite, preventing the score. Brilliant Unite by Talonflame, I must say. And takes out the Pikachu. Meanwhile, Lucario in some trouble here. Talonflame meanwhile knocks out Slowbro as well. And with that, oh my god, Talonflame with a quad KO. Can he get a Penta? Oh my god, he gets a Penta, Kuma! What do you want to say about that?
That was a beautiful play coming out from the Talonflame. I actually thought Zero Degree had it. Like, as soon as they got it and they were, but then Talonflame comes in and whoops them. And also he stops them from scoring points, but at the end of the day he even got a pentakill on top of that. And I guess I guess this is it. Like Valhalla are taking this game home. Unless they lose the team, unless they lose this fight, and make it hard for themselves. But at the moment Valhalla, they're on the driving seat and they're cruising, and there's also
Yes, indeed. And Slowbro, meanwhile, getting a double KO now. Team Zero Degree making the comeback. Let's see if they can put something off here. Now they've reduced the gap to only 100 points. Slowbro getting a triple KO. Slowbro on fire, Lucy here. And meanwhile, Talonflame scores 60 points in the bottom lane. Barbados and Lucario will look to score about 90 points here for Team Zero Degree. And only 80 points between these two teams here.
Yeah, and mess around on the Talonflame actually played that so well. He knew that they're close to team fight, there's no need for him to stay overboard, so he did the right thing by going to the bot side and securing 50 points for the team. Generally people tend to stick around and try to dish out some damage, but he did the right thing, and
the final stretch.
So we are gonna witness some.
You're on fire.
Indeed. Let's see what happens here. Zapdos has spawned 80 points between. Talonflame starts, Zapdos backs out, just messing around. Would you say, Kumar?
So, honestly, there was kind of questionable, but yeah. Let's see what happens in this Zapdos right now.
Pikachu in trouble here. Gets caught out. Bang, bang. multiple unites being popular.
Oh, the one that's talking about how they can run a girlfriend, but with that he's able to zone out. Oh wait, is he gonna get paid for it? Oh, he gets knocked out by Barbados in the end.
Yes, and Valhalla looking very strong in the Tableau fight. Meanwhile, Eldegoss looking to score the points, 32 points for his team. I don't really think 30 points is worth losing his teammates. Two Pokemon down from Team Zero Degree, and
You're on
Valhalla will
fire!
just respawn and reset to make sure they're safe in this fight. Meanwhile, Pikachu does a bush check there.
He's been spotted and Pokeboy might pay for his life there. He might even
Yes,
get lost
Pokemon might be
and
set to nerve joy.
yeah, and then mess around is here in the team fight and he's gonna engage and that's what happens. He
And
came and
Gadu,
he instantly got evaporated. So they have 30 seconds on the clock. So let's see what
I don't think they have enough time. Team Zero Degree, Team Valhalla wipes out here, but I don't think Team Zero Degree has enough time.
no, I mean they have 90 seconds. If Pikachu can still, oh no, he can't. And now they're secure Zapdos and they just have to go and score. And they have
Yes, indeed.
four members, so this will be an easy secure for Zero Degree.
Nice dodge there by Sinto with Barbator. And Team Zero Degree will kill it. Yes.
Time's up!
And we are going to game 2 and Zero Degree came out on top. Valhalla actually played the game so well, but later on into the last minute stages, they made some crucial plays and they made some heroic plays and they were punished for that. And because of that, Zero Degree was able to capitalize on that. They took Zapdos and they were able
You
to
lose.
score 300 points overall, and because of that, they won the game.
Indeed. Let's see what happens here. And with that, Team Valhalla lose the first game, Zero Degree taking it away. And we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Want to get the next game started. And guys, we're back. Game 2 of Zero Degree versus Valhalla. what the pace. Cinderace, mess around now changing from I think Talonflame to Cinderace. What do you have to say about that, Kumar? Because I think he played quite well.
Yeah, I mean he played so good in the previous match, but then later on, they had some few miscommunication maybe, or not making the right call in the last match. So because of them, they lost the game. But at the end of the day, they were in full control of the game, Valhalla. So let's see what mess around will be providing us with the game. And also we can see Barbatos is trying to hover the Talonflame, but he's gonna quickly switching back.
Let's see what happens here. So apart from that, I think most of the picks remain unchanged, and it's just gonna be a
Oh, yeah,
yes,
it's gonna be a proper mirror match. So this, like, all of them know what their Pokemons can do, right?
right.
This is a proper mirror match. So it all depends on their decision making. This all
Yep.
comes to the decision making, the rotation. So this is going to be really exciting.
And I also think what you see is the Lucario difference because we got one Lucario who got slow smoke and the other with a full heat.
Yeah.
So that's also going to be interesting. I think the items are also going to make a lot of difference.
Ready?
We might be able to see which item is better. In that top solo lane. It might help us decide.
Yeah. So wait, what do you think? Are we gonna go to game 3, or do you think Zero is gonna scoop this match? What do you think?
I mean, very difficult to say given it's a mirror matchup, and I think even in the last game, both these teams were very neck and neck till the last second.
Oh, and a little bit of exchange coming out on the top lane. Kill, like I feel really bad for all the A pumps in this map.
Well, they're just getting captured, taken as joy, healed, and then sent back to converted to AOS energy. You don't need that. But yeah, Sir Aaron in trouble here. See the berries.
Mess around makes a beautiful rotation, and even Sir Aaron is gonna get
Punished.
he's gonna get a little bit of backup, but yeah, at the end of the day, the jungle makes a rotation instead of helping Barbatos. Instead of helping, like he knew that Sir Aaron wasn't gonna make it, so he just went and scored the points for them.
No, I think he for the points and also defend the bees because he needs to stay alive for those bees. And even right now they're fighting for the bees in the top lane as you can see. Sir Aaron again getting punished, so he's taking a lot of punishment from that opposing Cinderace.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they were able to secure the bees, so that's like a win for them. Oh, and then even in the outside, Slowpoke gets killed by Slowbro.
Yes. So again, 0 degree getting that early evolution for that slow bro, which I think helped him because he had the surf.
And this is actually funny. In reality, like Slowpoke is like really slow Pokemon, but in Magic can just the way he moves, like just check out this character. Like after he gets a speed boost, it's hilarious.
Look at him walking with those 4 feet. And that surf there from Slowbro onto Nimbu 69.
Yeah, and then Nimbus 69, he needs to get some level in, like if they want to have a defect because they already have a Slowbro, and right now he has also evolved, so things are looking pretty much 50-50 at the moment for Team Valhalla and 0 degree.
Yes indeed. And we have the 720 bees about to spawn in the next 10 seconds. Meanwhile, Lucy getting that IPOM, the EOS energy from that IPOM. And a lot of people hiding in the same bush. If Pikachu were to do the teleport, they would take a lot of damage here. But unfortunately not. And the bees have spawned, both teams trying for the bees. But I think Valhalla get the majority of those bees. But 0 degree definitely in the lead. Yeah.
And as you can see, Talus is still coming up the right. Only now he's teleporting, so he will be on time for the team fight that will explore in the bottom.
Bilkul. And I think, Team 0 degree definitely have the advantage in this fight. And looks like they do. Cinderace is getting that Unite early and losing it right there and then. And Lucario cleaning it up with a double kill here for Team 0
Oh, he gets the triple kill.
They get the triple and they get the Dreadnought as well, and they get a lot of points in here. Pikachu backed up wisely, so because he knew they had the Dreadnought buff and he'd be knocked out again.
And with that they have crossed the 100 margin and they're just 20,
6 points.
Yeah, 26 points. Wait, 26? No, right?
Yes.
They just need a little bit more for that. 22 points away from hitting the 200 point marker.
Oh, you're talking about that. Sorry. Yeah, and meanwhile, I think Valhalla will get that rotom quite easily. Zero to be a little late to the party. Nice use of the slow smoke there. Slowbro will likely get caught out. He does by Cinderace. And 0 degree down trying to hold it off, but I think that the rotom touches the base and they will score the point here. But still only managed to touch the halfway mark as compared to the points of 0 degree.
And as you can see, Pikachu is rotating towards the both side to score. Oh wait, that was not there Pikachu, it was 0 degrees Pikachu. My bad. This is what happens when people, this is what happens when they pick full mirror matchup.
Yes indeed.
I was like, Valhalla Pikachu is gonna do some work here, he's gonna go, he's gonna score. Then I look, I was like, oh wait, that's from 0 degree.
Yes indeed. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I honestly feel like this will be like a flashback from previous game. Even previous game, Valhalla had proper control over the game, and in the Zapdos fight, like they were able to capitalize on it and they threw the game. So it might happen to 0 degree as well, but let's see what happens. Because right now, 0 degree are in the driving seat. Even compared on their levels as well, they are higher and they have more score.
Yes, because I think that Dreadnought definitely gives that level edge, and Slowbro being zoned out here. Wonderful use of slow smoke by the own Slowbro. And Unite being popped here. Pikachu got out, taken out by Eldegoss. Lucario got out, taken out by Lucario here. And 0 degree once again going to the Dreadnought quite strong. Slowbro now 1-on-5 situation for it. Taken out, Vibe team, and 2-on-5. Oh wow! What a beautiful steal of the Dreadnought by Eldegoss.
Yeah, at the end of the day, even though they lost the team fight, securing that Dreadnought that was really, really huge. Like it was either a do or die situation, and as you can see, they're all rotating towards the top side for the Rotom, and I think Valhalla will easily take the Rotom, and with that, they should be able to capitalize and score some more points.
Yes, absolutely. But I think that Eldegoss, 1-on-5 situation, and he still managed the Dreadnought. I think very valiant play from him, and GG's, I would say. But yeah, meanwhile, 0 degree is scoring some more points in the bottom lane. Valhalla pressurizing with top lane here with all 5 lane and trying to push in the Rotom. Lucario defending bravely for Aaron, and then Slowbro comes in to back him up. Pikachu with the Unite, and they will push them back here.
Yeah, that was actually a beautiful play coming out from 0 degree. Like they were able to take out the Pikachu from the opposition Valhalla in the both side, and they scored 80 points altogether, and then they made a really good recall, and then they joined the reinforcer there, and because of that, Team Valhalla couldn't score anymore.
Yes,
at the moment, everything is looking good for 0 degree at the moment. If they keep this momentum up, then I guess we will not be going to game 2, and it's just going to end here.
Indeed. Let's see what happens here. Team 0 degree looking strong for sure, Kuma, and let's see what they can make of this. I think we're gonna see another Dreadnought, most likely. Let's see if they want to fight it out with the space time. 0 degree would definitely want to get it because Eldegoss did steal that last one, so there's not too much of a level advantage that they have. The only one, the two Pokemon that are different in level is Slowbro and Pikachu from Team Valhalla. And nice boost check there by Karui Dashi. Beautiful AoE damage from Team Valhalla. Cinderace takes out Eldegoss, and Lucario takes out the Cinderace in return. Slowbro takes out Pikachu. Nimbu in trouble here. Nimbu taken out by Cinderace. And they wasted the time, but going into the Zapdos fight with 3-man down from Valhalla.
Yeah, and if Valhalla is not able to do anything regarding the
okay, it's gonna be GG. Valhalla, 0 degree have taken the Zapdos for a second time, and they're gonna be scoring some goals here.
What a goal!
Yeah, and this will be really hard to recover from.
What a goal!
Recently, I think should be impossible to recover from
No, I mean,
Valhalla.
how many teams have you seen coming back after securing Raptors?
I mean, to be honest, I think not many, but yes, there have been a lot of situations where teams have lost Raptors, but they've maintained such a big lead in the early stages that in spite of losing Raptors, they are able to win.
So in this match, what is the win probability between Valhalla and Zero Degree?
0.
Don't give up!
Because they are leading by a huge some amount of points. And there's only 5 seconds in the clock.
Yes, indeed, absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, obviously, Kumar, Valhalla already went behind, and then after losing the Raptors, of course, it just made matters worse for them. And as a result, Zero Degree most likely looking to win this by over 500 points.
And looks
Let's
like
see, 30 seconds.
yeah,
Yes.
and looks like this is the end of the road for Valhalla. They put up a good team fight, but at the end of the day, it was 0 degree. They had all their rotation on point, plus the team fight was quite explosive. So they came out on top.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I think Zero Degree did come up, and this was the first clean sweep of the day. We had all the other matches going into a 2-1. So
No.
definitely.
Even the previous match between Seoul
Oh,
and even there was 2-0.
oh yeah, my bad. So yeah, 2-2. I'm sorry. Two matches going 2-1 and two matches going 2-0. So let's see what happens. I think a lot of more exciting matches are coming up tomorrow, guys, of round 3. And then, of course, we'll be going into our quarters with some crazy teams. We have Alpha Q qualifying to the quarters. We have Soul qualifying to the quarters. And we have Team Zero Degree qualifying for the quarters. And the last one was, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then, of course, tomorrow we have matches of teams like Infinite Protocol, amongst many others. And definitely stay tuned. If you haven't already liked, shared, and subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon, subscribe, and join us tomorrow for some amazing live shots and more action.
Okay, guys. See you guys tomorrow and stay home, stay safe, and
Take care.
Yeah. Take care. Good night.
स्ट्रीम एंडिंग करके एंड कर दो भाई स्ट्रीम एंडिंग कर दो फिर